We're joined today by Neal. You are going to celebrate something very special this year. It's a leap year. You and your wife, Lori, got married on February 29th. Okay, the first question that most people are going to have is why did you get married on February 29th? What is the importance behind that day for you and your wife?
We had our first date on Leap Day 4 years earlier in 2008, and we decided to go out on this date. We had a choice of a Friday or Saturday, and I said, as a joke, we should go out on Friday because it's Leap Day, and then that would be a funny start date. And it so happened to be that we got married 4 years later. When we were deciding on when to get married, the Leap Day thing was coming up. In a few months. So we kind of sort of rushed it and we ended up getting married on a Wednesday, having the party on the weekend. But yeah, so a little unique to do in the middle of the week, but it was still exciting. And every 4 years, it sort of reminds us why we did it.
And that's funny because one of the first questions that some of my colleagues had were ask what day of the week they actually got married on. You said it was kind of interesting to have it on a Wednesday. What was that day like for you guys?
And we just kind of took the afternoon off of work. I met up with some friends. We went and had like sort of like a late lunch, and then yeah, we got married. And because it was on a Wednesday, there wasn't a lot of places to do it at, so we ended up doing it at her parents' place. It was sort of an idea that I brought up around Christmas when I sort of looked over at her parents have a beautiful house, and I said, wait, what about just getting married right over there? And her mother ran with it and made it extra special for us. So it was great. It was just a small ceremony with just her parents, my parents, our siblings, and then a photographer and someone to get us to say I do.
And then you got to celebrate in a big way on that weekend, that following weekend.
Yes, yeah, that's when we sort of had a bigger celebration with all our family and friends.
So what year are you guys celebrating this year when it comes to leap years?
Yeah, so technically it's 16 years together, 12 years married, but yeah, it's always different when you're talking about leap day, because really it's sort of like what, our fourth or whatever. Yeah.
So, okay, and obviously it's only every 4 years that you truly get to celebrate this day. Are you going to do anything exciting considering it's truly your fourth anniversary? Do you guys have anything special planned?
And well, back again to it just being, it's on a Thursday, so my wife and I are both working. Kids have swimming, so as it's we have booked a hotel for the family for the weekend, so we are going to go away and celebrate it. Just unfortunately not directly on the Thursday, but I'm going to surprise my wife with lunch. She doesn't know it yet.
Do you get a lot of those jokes of, hey, haha, you've only been married for 4 years? Or what is it like when you tell people, hey, we got married on a leap day back 4 leap years ago?
All the ladies always say, "Oh, that's so romantic. That's such a really cool idea." All the guys say, "Hey, you didn't have to buy a gift only once every 4 years." So so yeah, that's
What
usually
would
kind of the joke.
what would you say to other people out there that are like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity. I want to get married or I want to do something special on a leap year. What would you say to them?
I think it's incredibly, it's not fully unique, but it is sort of a rare situation. If you're looking for a specific date, lots of people like to do the April 4th or the May 5th when you have the exact numbers lined up. But it's unique in a completely different way. I think 30 Rock did a whole episode on it once where they said anything that happens on that day doesn't count, and I always thought that was a pretty funny, pretty funny option. But yeah, 4 years ago, we decided we were going to go out, and it was a Saturday night, and we thought all the, lots of weddings were taking place, lots of wedding socials, and we tried to get out into certain restaurants and bars. They were all full, and we decided to crash a wedding social at Crescentwood, and didn't know one person while we were there, and just decided to dance and have a fun night, just the two of us. And it was probably one of the most memorable, aside from first date and wedding. But it was such a memorable night for us.
That's awesome. I love that you guys
and
chose to do
and
it on
and,
that day.
and then the pandemic shut everything down about 2 weeks later. So it was kind of our last night to go and do something for a very long time.
Hey, but you got to celebrate. And
Yes,
hopefully 4 years from now, you'll get to do something fun and hopefully it'll land on a weekend, maybe. Maybe. Just maybe.
that's always nice.
Thank you so much, Neil.
Thank you, Colleen. Have a great day.